I live in a quiet, suburban neighborhood on the edge of town, the kind where the biggest drama used to be someone forgetting to take in their trash bins. That was before the HOA hired Karen as the new compliance officer. Now, Karen wasn't elected. She wasn't on the HOA board. She was just a neighbor who took it upon herself to enforce every single rule, even ones that didn't exist. Her favorite target? Let me make this clear. Our HOA rules allow cars to be parked in your own driveway, as long as they're registered and don't block the sidewalk. We're not talking junkers on blocks or RVs, just normal family cars. But Karen thought every car that wasn't inside a garage was an eyesore, and she made it her personal mission to file violations every time someone dared leave a vehicle outside, even for a few hours. I got my first violation on a Saturday afternoon after my son, Ethan, came over for dinner and parked his unmarked black SUV in our driveway. The note on my door read, "Your guest's vehicle is in clear violation of HOA aesthetic standards. Future violations will be fined. Compliance Officer Karen." I chuckled. Karen had no idea who Ethan was. "See, my son is a sheriff's deputy for our county. That plain SUV? Fully equipped cruiser. Lights in the grill, police radio, dashcam, the works. He just keeps it low profile because he's in investigations." But to Karen, it was just another unsightly vehicle ruining her neighborhood. I didn't respond. I figured it would blow over. The next weekend, Ethan came by again. We were helping my neighbor move a piece of furniture, so he parked partially on my driveway and just a sliver of his bumper might have overlapped the sidewalk. For maybe 10 minutes, Karen saw red. She came storming down the sidewalk with her clipboard and phone in hand, snapping photos like she was on assignment for Better Homes and Snitches. "You can't park there. That's illegal. Blocking the sidewalk is a safety hazard." Ethan, ever calm, leaned on the fence and asked, "Ma'am, are you calling the police? I am the authority here, and I'm submitting this to the board and city enforcement." At that point, Ethan pulled his badge from his wallet and clipped it to his belt. "Actually, I am the enforcement." Karen froze mid-sentence. He smiled politely. "I'm Deputy Ethan Walker, and no laws are being broken here. Would you like to file an official complaint?" Karen's face turned 5 shades of crimson. You don't scare me. That badge doesn't give you the right to break our rules." "Ma'am," Ethan said, stepping a little closer. "First of all, there's no HOA rule about driveway parking unless it's blocking emergency access, which this isn't. Second, if you continue to falsely cite violations or harass residents under the guise of HOA authority, I'll have to advise the board to review your conduct. And third, if you ever call in a false report again, you could be charged with misuse of emergency services." Karen's mouth opened, then closed. She spun on her heel and stormed off, muttering something about talking to real police. Ethan waved. "I am the real police." The fallout came quickly. I filed a formal complaint to the HOA board, attaching ring cam footage of the incident. Turns out, several neighbors had also been harassed by Karen. Bogus citations, rude notes, threats of fines she had no authority to impose. The board had been wary of her for a while, but this was the last straw. After a brief review, they stripped her of her compliance officer title and banned her from issuing notices on behalf of the HOA. Karen tried to retaliate by posting on the neighborhood Facebook group, claiming the board was corrupt and enabling illegal parking. She was promptly muted by the moderator. Since then, no more notes on doors, no more sidewalk patrols, and my son still comes by weekly, parks wherever he wants. Sometimes he even leaves his badge clipped to the dash, just in case.